Ahoy hoy, I'm Planarwalk, and welcome to part 2 of Disney movies that have not appeared in Kingdom Hearts games yet. If you have not seen part 1 yet, I highly suggest you do. The link is in the description. But first I'd like to apologise for how long that it's taken me to get this video out, because it's a lot of editing to do, and also I've been busy with coursework, so it's a combination of those two things. I don't know how Dean Weiss manages to handle that sort of stuff. I should actually ask him. Hey Dean.
Hey, what's up?
I'm just wondering, how do you YouTube, social life, and school all at the same time?
What's the social life?
It's... Oh, okay, I get it now. So the first movie for this video is one that I definitely want to see, and I'm kind of disappointed that they haven't actually included it yet, and that's The Emperor's New Groove. I love this movie.
And it would work great because it's about an animal, but you don't have to be Llama Sora because he's with Pacha the whole time.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, the only mainline animated, non-compilation, non-Pixar Disney film to take place in Latin America. I know it's very specific, but you know, it does take place in Peru, or at least the ancient Incan Empire, which I actually like that they don't make that a big deal in the movie, but this is not a review on the movie, this is talking about Kingdom Hearts. So go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, I have actually played the game for this movie.
Really?
Yeah, there's an old PlayStation 1 game. I can actually see how they could put this into the game.
I could see it work. Have like a boss fight against like Kronk and Yzma.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining like Kronk is carrying Yzma on like her like weird tent thing, and you have to like knock him down, and then during that time she's vulnerable, so you can hit her or something like that. Like some really wacky stuff, because the movie's just like completely out there, and I love that about it. And I feel like it could work in Kingdom Hearts if they embrace the silly and, you know, that kind of thing. Because, I mean, in Kingdom Hearts, they always kind of find a way to make the films a little more shitty, but...
One thing that they could do, though, is they could include the other sort of Soras when they have the potion that switches...
Oh my god! That would take forever to actually implement, but if they had a boss fight where like Yzma just randomly throws potions at you and you like temporarily transform, even if it's just for like a reaction command or something like that, that would be the best world in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like hands down, that would be amazing.
It would be.
Oh man, now I really want it. You know, I wasn't like going into it, I was like, yeah, it'd be cool, but now I really want it in Kingdom 3.
I've wanted it in Kingdom Hearts for ages.
Oh, I'm gonna put this at the top of my list. Well, not at the actual top, because there's some more movies, but yeah.
The next one is Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
This is another one of those films that I feel is kind of forgettable. There was a lot of cool things about it. There would absolutely be a mini... Wait, have you seen this movie, by the way?
I don't know. I might have. If it is, it's one of those movies that was on TV just about every Saturday, but I don't actually remember what happened in it.
There's a part at the end where they have these like fish, I guess vehicles, you could call them. They're not like real fish, they're just like rocks, and you could like power them with like your crystal necklace. And I used to think that was like the coolest thing when I was a little kid. It'd be cool if like they would probably have a mini game sort of like the magic carpet, or you know, something along those lines in if this were to be a world. I don't know. I feel like this is another one of those movies, like I said, that's kind of like not a lot of people would really like be excited to see it on here. It'd be cool to get to explore Atlantis. Like the design of that place was amazing.
For some reason, I feel like it could tie into The Little Mermaid.
It's possible. I mean, they did name the world Atlantica for some reason, even though it's not in the Atlantic Ocean, and it's not in the Mediterranean, which is where the movie version of Atlantis is located. It's like in Denmark somewhere. I no idea why they called it that, but okay.
I don't know. Things are weird. The next movie is Treasure Planet.
Okay, this is one that always comes up, and this is one that I always bring up. I mentioned earlier that Aristocats is always pops into my mind when people ask me for my least favorite Disney movie. When people ask me for my favorite, this one always pops into my mind. And again, this is, if I actually thought about it, the answer would not it would not be this. I can almost guarantee you. But this is such a great movie, and if you have not watched, have you watched it, Nick?
No, I haven't watched it.
Owe it to yourself to watch it. It's fucking amazing. Would it work in Kingdom Hearts though? Space battles? I mean, it would basically be like what people want out of Star Wars, except Disney version, and like with some colonial themes going apparently.
Okay.
It's a really weird, but a lot of the alien designs and stuff like that could really work for bosses, and a lot of scenarios. Like there's a room that they get to at the end of the movie where they find like the treasure, and it's basically like a whole planet, or like the core of the planet, but just completely like gold and all these jewels. I just imagine the things that you could do with that kind of a room, like for a boss fight. Yeah. The only thing that I would say against it is that we've already had a pirate world in Kingdom Hearts, that being Port Royal.
Oh, there's Port Royal and Neverland and Kingdom Hearts 1 particularly.
That's true. So you have both the realistic and the more cartoony versions.
Yeah.
So unlikely, but I would love to see it, and I know a lot of other people would too.
It would be something different. I feel like it would be more of something closer to Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, there was less of a focus on that, I feel, in Lilo and Stitch. Like, you were mainly in the ship.
Yeah.
For the most part. You didn't, like, actually get to go through space. Like, just having... Oh, man! Like, the I forget what it was called, the, like, sky surfing? That would absolutely be a mini-game. The things they could do with this. Yeah.
So, the next one is Brother Bear.
Have you seen it?
I have actually seen this one. But again, it was at a time which was a long, long, long time ago. It was probably a few years after it came out that I probably saw it. And I didn't watch it again.
Damn. I was obsessed with Disney as a little kid in general. Like, almost every single one of these movies I could tell you a story about. If I had to name one movie that I was probably the most obsessed with as a little kid, it would actually be Brother Bear. But, again, like, another forest one, we'd have to have Bear Sora. I guess it could be similar to Lion Sora in some ways.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of things that could be done, but I don't know.
Also, this movie debatably takes place in Canada. Some people say Alaska, but some people say Canada. So, I mean, that would be... It is the only Disney movie to take place in Canada. Like I said, it could also be Alaska. So there you go, representation. There's like 20 Disney movies that take place in the US, like 50 that take place in London alone, but one in Canada and one in Australia.
Alright, so the next movie is one that I know that you've seen, and that is Home on the Range.
I don't think this movie is as bad as a lot of people think it is. I mean, it's definitely for like very little kids. And again, I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but it's coming up. Cow Sora, man. Cow Sora. Cow Sora.
Moo.
I don't think I need to say anything else, honestly.
And the next one is one that I could probably remember a bit more of, and that is Chicken Little.
Which was included as a summon in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, so that's kind of like Dumbo and Bambi, in respect that they've included it as a summon, so I kind of doubt that they'll actually make this a world.
Yeah, the Okie Oaks world. Again, Sora would need to be some kind of animal. I feel like, I mean, other than the animal thing, which would probably be a huge barrier, and the fact that a lot of people didn't like this movie, I don't know why, I love this movie. I was obsessed with the aliens, but I think the world would actually work. Like, the alien invasion at the end of the movie would be awesome to play through, I feel. But I think its biggest barrier, other than the fact that not a lot of people like it, it really is just the animal thing.
Because there are already a couple of animal worlds, and there's so many animal worlds that they have to choose from to include. So yeah.
To be fair, this is not like full animal, like Brother Bear or you know, some of the other ones. These are like humanoid animals, so more like
just design.
Robin Hood and stuff. So like Donald and Goofy could probably stay exactly the same, and they would work. They would just need to change Sora into like maybe like a standing upright lion or something. Who knows?
Right. So the next movie is Meet the Robinsons, which I remember a bit about, and if I'm correct, it has some time travel elements to it.
A lot of time travel towards the end, yeah.
Would this work in Kingdom Hearts?
This is really weird and this is really specific, but I feel like the mansion would be a great setting, but the movie itself would not work as a world, because the mansion is like huge and it's full of like all these like different wacky things that you could go exploring and stuff like that. If it was a setting for something else, if they could somehow include that without maybe if you, like at some point in the game you go to the realm of darkness and you see the worlds that are already taken over by darkness, and one of the worlds is like the mansion, kind of like Beast Castle is its own world. I think that would be cool. But like with the actual characters and the actual plot of the movie, I don't think it would work at all. It's a very like plot focused movie in terms of like the characters. So like there's not a lot of like big I mean, there is action in the movie, but not to the degree that I feel like could work in Kingdom Hearts. Maybe that's just me though.
I think there are a few cases for action. Like you could fight against that T-Rex.
The T-Rex, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean the hat in it of itself would be an amazing boss. I forget what its name was, like Dorian or something like that. Doris might have been like Doris or something like that. Either way, the hat would be a great boss because you could just basically have like infinite gadgets and stuff that it could do. But like I couldn't really see Sora interacting with what's his name, blonde spiky hair boy.
Something Robinson.
I mean, yeah, something Robinson. Yeah.
All right, so the next movie is Bolt. Now, I actually don't think this movie would work that well.
Me neither. And by the way, you brought up Dog Sora. I mean, if we were gonna get it at any point, it would be here. Yeah, no, this is not one of the ones that I think would work. It's basically just like a road trip through freaking middle of the U.S. Type of movie. Not very exciting, and it's with animals, which is a huge barrier. I feel like they would not go through all that effort for Bolt, which is a pretty forgettable movie, and also it has Miley Cyrus in it. I don't feel like Disney would want that, so...
And
yeah,
another thing is that it would kind of break the idea of the movie, because Bolt thinks that he has special powers.
He thinks he's a movie star. Like, can you imagine a subplot about a movie in Kingdom Hearts? What I think would be cool, maybe, what if Bolt was a summon, but he actually did have all the powers that he had in the movie, or like in the movie within the movie.
That could work.
I could honestly even see that, because you might say that, like, I mean, even then it wasn't a huge movie, but like Chicken Little wasn't either, and he was in Kingdom Hearts 2. I could see that, actually. That could work.
The next one is The Princess and the Frog, another movie which I haven't seen.
I love this movie. It's amazing, and I want this world in Kingdom Hearts 3 literally just so we can have a boss fight with the facilitator, or however you're supposed to pronounce it, because he's got like voodoo magic and he can do like all these different things with shadows and stuff. It would be such a great boss. It would be like it would, like, if they did it right, it could be one of the best bosses in all of Kingdom Hearts, I feel, and I want it just because of that. What I don't want is Frogosora controls again. The barriers is the animals half the time for these movies. Why? But there is humans during the movie. In fact, most of the movie is about them. They just get turned into frogs. Yeah.
It could be something which Sora gets starts as a human, but then gets turned into a frog. But that probably wouldn't work.
Then both Tiana and Sora have to kiss Naveen, or. Actually, what? Oh, yo, what it? Oh, ooh.
Yes.
What if? So in the movie, Prince Naveen gets turned into a frog, and the only way that he can turn back is if he kisses a princess. He thought that Tiana was a princess just because she was in a dress. She wasn't a princess. He has to kiss somebody else. What if Sora also got turned into a frog, and he had to kiss a princess of heart, that being Kairi?
Well, that would be where a whole lot of shipping would start and never end.
From here to Neverland, man.
Basically.
No, yeah. I mean, I just thought about that now. I think that could work. Maybe that could be like if they want to do anything with it, or if they want to leave it at, oh, they like each other obviously, but nothing happened. If you're gonna do anything with this world, Disney, just have a boss with the facilitator, however you're supposed to say it. Just that, even if it's like outside, even if like they pull some bullshit like we're getting people from all of the different worlds to come help for our cause, and they just randomly have a bunch of villains come in from movies that don't have worlds, that's fine as long as they include him.
The next movie is Wreck-It Ralph. Now this is where things would actually probably become very much like Inception.
I feel, again, the biggest obstacle for this one would be not the furries, but the fact that it does take place in a video game, and the Kingdom Hearts is a video game, so it'd be kind of weird. I've heard some people I've heard one YouTuber in particular over and over again say that, oh, Wreck-It Ralph would not work in Kingdom Hearts because they're not going to be able to license all the characters from the different games to be in it, and that would break, the spirit of the movie, because the whole thing about the movie was this. First of all, okay, showing that you're not a true fan, clearly, because if what you got out of Wreck-It Ralph was, oh, video game references, then you clearly didn't get the point at all, because those were just there for show. I mean, you've seen that movie, right?
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Yeah, like that's not the main story of it at all. Like, they're just kind of there as a backdrop, but like I feel like it could work if it was literally just in Sugar Rush with Ralph and Penelope and all them. Yeah, I think it could work. Obviously, you'd have a racing minigame, Mario Kart, Kingdom Hearts, Mario Kart, Inception.
Because we have had Tron, haven't we?
Yeah, you're right. Shit. What if like they just did something like that, like where it was kind of implemented in a way, like they went into a computer again, or somehow. I mean, it'd be a little bit different because Tron was. No wait, in the original movie, Tron was a video game, right?
I have no idea. I haven't seen the original movie. I've just seen Tron Legacy.
I've seen the original movie one time, like a long ass, but I'm pretty sure it is a video game. But in Kingdom Hearts, it was just a computer. So I feel like for Wreck-It Ralph, it could. I don't know. Wreck-It Ralph is a lot more video gamey than Tron. They could find a way. I'm sure they could find a way. They don't have to have Sonic in there. Okay, it'll be fine.
If they have Sonic in there, the fans will never let them live it down. Yeah. Alright, so the next one is one that I actually don't want to see in Kingdom Hearts. It's Frozen.
This is the last film that came out before the point that they said where they wouldn't be including any more films for them. I feel like for years I've been saying they're obviously going to include it because duh, it's Frozen. Like, of course they're going to include it. The closer and closer we get to the release, I'm starting to think maybe it's so obvious that they won't include it.
And there's also the fact that Frozen did get too popular for its own good.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people have a very negative reaction to Frozen, wrongly so. Just gonna go out and say this, there was a point in my life where Let It Go was my favorite Disney song of all time. And I feel like it is an amazing song. It is great singer, Idina Menzel is amazing, great composition. But anytime that I hear the intro to that song, I get a gut reaction just saying, ugh. But then I'm like, oh no, wait, this song is good. Why am I complaining? And it's because it's so goddamn overplayed. And the movie is so, everything. It's an amazing film, but it gets such a bad reaction just because it was so popular. There has actually been some statements about it before. I believe that one of the people a while ago that was working in the game said that if they were to include it in Kingdom Hearts, it would be like an Atlantica and Kingdom Hearts 2 situation with the musical.
Oh,
but
geez.
They've since gone back and said, I believe that they probably won't end up doing that, and I don't see why they would do that. It would be stupid. Like, having Elsa as a party member with her ice powers would be amazing. A fight against the giant snow monster would be amazing. I don't know, what can I say?
One of the monsters in Kingdom Hearts 3 kind of looks a bit like the ice monster when I first saw it.
Oh, the ice type? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They do kind of look similar.
But the next movie is actually Zootopia.
And these are past the point, so they said this a couple years ago. Maybe they'll go back on it. We don't know. But they did say that Big Hero 6 was going to be the most recent film that they will include in Kingdom Hearts 3. Zootopia came out after Kingdom Hearts 3, so it's not likely that they'll include these, but it's still possible. Zootopia, pretty much the same things that I've said for Robin Hood apply to this one. For Sora, it could work. I mean, the city would be fun to explore, but again, this is more of like a real film. Like, there's crime and there's police department and all that kind of stuff, which I feel wouldn't really work in Kingdom Hearts. And the film did kind of tackle racism, so don't know if you want to include that. You know, that controversy in Kingdom Hearts, but who knows?
They have included medals for this in Kingdom Hearts Unchained.
Really? I did not know about that.
Same for Moana too. And the next movie is, of course, Moana.
The most recent one to come out.
I'd actually enjoy this if they were to put it into Kingdom Hearts. Because I enjoyed the movie. I liked that it didn't really have any forced romantic subplots. As
of right now, I would say this is my most wanted world in Kingdom Hearts 3. Not realistically, because I know that realistically it's probably not going to be in it since it came out less than 2 years ago.
But then again, if it takes another 10 years for Kingdom Hearts 3 to release...
You're right, so the game's going to get delayed anyways, so who cares? They'll add Frozen 2 and Gigantic, which didn't even come out. The film was cancelled, but they'll include it anyways. Oh god, see, you could do so much with this movie, so much. The water helping you, because the water is a character in this movie, helping you as a part, you know, for reaction commands, that type of thing. Boat fights, boat action when they fight the, what are they called, the Kakamora, the little coconut guys. That could be an amazing sequence.
But one of the problems with this movie being in the game would be the fact that most of it takes place on water.
That's what I was thinking too. I feel like they can make it work kind of like Port Royal, where you just choose a place to go and they kind of skip the water sections, other than a few fights. I feel like that could work great. And obviously, like, final boss world with Tefiti, or no, what was her name when she was in her lava form? Tefiti is like her regular green form, but like when she's a lava monster, like, again, it has the potential to be a great boss. It could be like Chernobog from Kingdom Hearts 1, but good. Again, I feel like it could be one of the best bosses in Kingdom Hearts. It's just like you could do so much with that, like reaction commands with Maui. Like, he turns into different animals and like kind of like drags you towards her, like either through the water or through the air. It could be kind of similar to some of the bosses in Breath of the Wild when you're trying to get into the dungeons. It's a bit off topic, but yeah.
I also really enjoyed the soundtrack to Moana.
Oh yeah, like one of the best soundtracks recently. The song "I Am Moana," one of my favorite Disney songs. Fuck How Far I'll Go. "I Am Moana" is the same song except good. So
true. And I enjoyed the song that goes, "What can I say except you're welcome."
Jeez.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the soundtrack. Even Shiny. As soon as I was watching it and it played Shiny, I was thinking, wait, is this a Bowie song? Yeah, and it was actually performed by Jermaine Clement, although I doubt they'd be able to get all these big names for
yeah, man, they got Dwayne Johnson for Kingdom Hearts. Imagine.
Although I suppose they could try and get James Arnold Taylor like they did when they did Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Why not?
Although sometimes I do believe that they get some pretty famous people for...
Oh no, they do. Like Christopher Lee, Mark Hamill. Damn it, I forget his name off the top of my head. Spock. What was his name?
Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy, your boy. And even the main cast, like Haley Joel and Hayden Panettiere, they're like, maybe not like top tier, but like second tier voice actors like that. They're you know, pretty big, yeah.
Anyway, that was worlds that haven't been included in Kingdom Hearts.
We didn't really go too in depth into each world, because then we would literally be here for hours. However, if you guys do want to see us specifically talk about 5 Disney worlds that we absolutely do not want in Kingdom Hearts 3, then you guys should check out my video that we did on my channel talking about the 5 worlds that we don't want in the game.
But I think one thing that this list proves is that they don't need to just be reusing Olympus Coliseum for every single game.
Except Dream Drop. That's the only one that it hasn't been on. But yeah, like Coliseum, Agrabah, what else? I feel like those are the two big ones. There's like, yeah, like I'm just kind of getting sick of it. And like, I get it, okay, Hercules and Aladdin are great films, but there's more out there, okay? Especially, you know, some of the better ones that we mentioned, like Jungle Book and Emperor's New Groove and Pocahontas, and definitely the more recent films. There's a lot that they could do with those, I feel.
I really want to see the Emperor's New Groove. That's one that I really do want to see.
That is, you know, something that I came into this video not wanting it, or not, you know, really being indifferent, and I'm coming out of it, I really fucking want this in the game now.
Even if they've got to delay it by another year to get the Emperor's New Groove into it.
Honestly, though, it's going to get delayed anyways, so who cares? Planner, I would just like to apologize in advance for your comment section.
I actually reckon that if it doesn't get delayed, you're going to have a whole lot of Kingdom Hearts fans going, told you so.
I mean, but then I could just be like, it was a joke, guys, because almost every time that I've mentioned it, I've said it kind of joking, but then if I'm right, I can make a video called In Your Face, Motherfuckers. So, kind of playing both sides there. But you know, while we're here, before we go ahead and end the video, you know, I figured we got a little bit more time. Why don't we go ahead and mention our actual #1 pick to be in Kingdom Hearts 3? The classic, you know it, you know the songs, you know the moves, High School Musical.
Yes, that's going to be a great movie to be in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Now, if they're gonna make any one of them be musical, it's gonna be that one. And I want Sora with his like hipster school outfit with your boy Troy. That was his name, right? Troy and Gabriella. If they don't get the original voice actors for this, I am gonna riot.
Yeah, they need to get Zac Efron and...
Who knows her name?
I don't know.
What's her name?
Anyway, leave a like and subscribe if you liked that video. Make sure you check out the videos over on Dean Weiss's channel and subscribe to him too.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, this is not really my channel, bud. Either way, that's all that I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed our video. Blitz that like button, subscribe to both our channels, and stay tuned for more Planarwalk.
I will see you in the next video. Between you and me, thank you for watching.